Hey guys, I'm just gonna make some prime rib burgers here. I'm gonna make some steak burgers. So, get this out here. So I got a pack of 4 patties here. I'm not gonna make a pot pie like I did last time. I'm just gonna. I got these from the store here. All right, so we're gonna season with our salt here. Get that warmed up actually. Don't over salt, obviously. If I could give you a tip, you want it evenly distributed, but again, you don't. I don't know. There's definitely like a coarseness pattern to it, if that makes sense. It shouldn't look too plentiful of salt on either side. Okay, so let me Alright, so for storage, if you got 2 more left, like I do, what I do is I use a freezer bag, because you don't really want to just wrap, like a container like this. You really don't want to do that. You really don't want to like wrap it, because you're leaving air in there. You want to wrap the actual patties themselves. So for me, to make sure it's airtight, what I do is I put it in a freezer bag, push all the air out. And remember, a freezer bag, not a sandwich bag, because a freezer bag is a bit more airtight. Okay, so now that way, pretty good. That's going pretty good now. Now, put a little bit more to see how much sizzle I got. That's why I didn't put so much butter the first time. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't want to overdo it. You don't want it to be... You don't want to be like browning your butter. You really don't want to be doing that. You're doing it right anyway. Okay. So... move on there. We've done burgers before. I've made a pate for you guys from scratch. showing you guys how to actually make the patty itself from scratch. You can always check that out anytime on the channel. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt the other side while carefully keeping an eye on the heat. I don't want the heat to be too up there, because what's going to happen is I'm just going to burn it. It's going to shrivel up. And then I only put a little bit more on the other side. I don't actually put a whole lot more on the other side. That's just how I like to season it. For moi. For moi. These are not too thick, shouldn't need a lid. I'm just gonna press with my fingers once in a while to keep the patty from shriveling up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually working the patty a bit more too out. So this avoids like mashing it down. So if you ever wonder like how do I get a good burger without like squeezing all the juice out of it, mashing it down, your fingers. But you gotta be careful. You don't want to overdo it. And remember, this is raw meat, so don't be like touching too much else or anything like that. If you're doing it with your fingers, I highly recommend just using a glove too. If you're not comfortable. Because you don't really want to be touching too much else. Actually touching that. That's why I'm using my one hand, and I'm using my other hand to touch the handle here. So yeah, so that's how we do that. And if I rinse my hand off, I make sure I dry it off good. I don't want to touch it with a wet hand. And then I just repeat the process. Now I've increased the heat a bit, so we can start to get a bit brown on there. Now that we've cooked the, like sort of kind of cooked the center on the, I feel. And we're gonna get a bit of brown on there. These are a bit pliable yet, so I may use a spatula to turn them instead of my phone. We are going to use broach. I am using a broach bun today. I'll probably toast it. And now keep that heat nice and low. Again, or it's going to shrivel up. Cook the raw, then cook the pink. And then once that's all done, you increase the heat at the end for your sear, your brown. Make sense? You don't want to shrivel this up. Alright, now I'm going to increase that heat. Now we flip, flip, flip. 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 No, sir. I think I actually will use a lid. I don't think it's cooking enough. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. See, you're gonna be like inevitably it's still gonna get smaller, but you're gonna prevent it from like curling and shriveling. You know what I mean? Like it's always gonna condense itself. Like it's still a piece of meat. Flip, flip, flip. Yeah, I just wanted to pop the lid on for even just a minute because I could tell it wasn't quite where it needed to be. So I did that. I did it again actually. I know, I didn't put stickers so well. You guys like the stickers? I'm making a mess here, man. Burgers. Making burgers. Burgers. Well, actually, I'm making one. Maybe not that one. It is on low heat now. Low. Low, low, low. Low, 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 low. Low heat. Low heat. Low heat. We got a toasted bun here. We got a toasted bun. Looking good. Alright. We got the sharp cheddar. Oh yeah, we good. I don't need to check it. Alright. This time I won't forget to melt the cheese. Last time I forgot to melt the cheese and I had to stick it in the microwave. And it still wasn't bad, it's still fine. Almost melting the cheese. That's great. Stud. There we go. Okay, so just clean up a little bit. Consume. Clean up. Clean up. That's my song. Clean it up, yeah. Clean it up, yeah. Clean it up, yeah. Cooking food and clean it up. Super clever song, you know. Prying off the lid. Since that is the lid, get clean the lid. All right. Here we go. All right. I can't wait to try this next one. No, I can't wait to freaking try this. Pretty good. So remember, this is a prime rib steak burger here that I've got. Almost done. I really like to try to clean up. All right. I don't even know how I'm going to eat that. That's too tall. I'll squish it together. So, I'm also going to now, this is really good. This is some good stuff. This is like, I don't know, I think it's really good. It's not, I think some people would think it's too hot, but I don't. I think it's really nice heat. And it's really good. It's like sweet heat. It's really good. So I'm not gonna douse it. I'm just gonna. In the fridge. That's pretty thick stuff. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I know. Stream. Lots of streaming today. Alright, let's do Baja Blast first. That hand to me. Good. All right. This thing is freaking huge. That's what she said. Good. Wow. Mmm. Now you can. I'd recommend a piece of tomato or something. But cheese is that good. So the salt makes a huge difference for sure, and how the meats that taste retain its flavor, and you get even more. But the sharp cheddar is just right. The sweet hot mustard is just right. It's really good. Mm. Mm. I gotta get to gotta finish my laundry. Now come on over for steak burgers. Look at this shit. Look at that shit. That looks, man, it even just looks good, but it is so good. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. I think if you put a piece of lettuce on the bottom, a slice, maybe 1 or 2 slices of tomato on top, it'll be just about perfect. Wow. Man. It's good stuff. Now, if you'll notice, if I hadn't done the lid, if I hadn't decided, yeah, I'm gonna change my mind about that, it would have been undercooked, but it's not. So I made the right call. And that's kind of, where you can see, you can adjust and really fix something if you need to, and it's still so good, but it's definitely done. But yeah, that's why I had to make that call. I noticed that it was thicker than I thought it was going to be. So I quick made that call and used the lid when I did. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Like I said, that Sweet Hot. This Sweet Hot really is very good. And remember, when you're using salt for stuff like this, you want to use that kosher coarse salt, because you don't want regular table salt for trying to season meat when you're cooking with it. It's just not what it's for. And I stuck the bun in the toaster, as you saw. It's fine. It worked out okay. Yeah, just don't burn it, you know. It still had quite a bit of spring to the top. I mean, I've mashed it down at this point, but it was good. 365, hey man. It's good to see you, man. I am loving this burger, man. It's so good. Got the Baja Blast. Got the good burger. So, so good. But yeah, again, those those tips that I was giving you, where you're pushing the burger down, pushing it out, making sure it's not getting too condensed too quickly. That's where you're gonna still have that nice juicy thick burger, but it's not gonna be too small, And it's definitely not. It's filling the bun pretty nicely. So good. Oh. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. So again, we got the Engelhofer Sweet Hot on there. Roach bun. Man. Oh, and sharp cheddar. Sharp cheddar. 2 slices of sharp cheddar. I remember my recommendation was, oh, and prime rib for the burger. My recommendation, remember, was to put a slice of, like a piece of leaf lettuce on the bottom, and then like 1 or 2 slices of tomato on top. That's my recommendation. Looks expensive. It actually wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. You know, that was the thought process was, you know, this is a really good source of protein for the day, and it wasn't too bad, so. Oh, the sauce? I think it's only like a few bucks. I think it's only a few bucks. I mean, I just get it at the store. It's probably, I mean, it's probably about, there might be a little more in here than in a bottle of Grey Poupon, so like it's probably comparable in quality. So like I think it's probably comparable in price. $9? Well, I didn't pay $9 for it. I think it's about, I think it's like 5 or 6 where I get it. I definitely did pay $9 for it. $9. Really good. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Everything really is that much more expensive out there. I mean, it's true. Isn't your gas like absurdly expensive? Oh my god. It's insane, dude. Yeah, it's like, I think it was like $3.19 or something like that. So, but that was one of the cheaper places. I mean, I've seen $3.45. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, when people around here are complaining about that, it's like, man, you really don't know how much it is in other places. Yeah, if you have options, a lot of people don't have options, so things are super expensive. You know what I mean? Like living where it's like super condensed and you can't really build. You can't build new, you know, so you have to like either renovate or knock something down to build new. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is insane. I got some strawberries. Look at this shit. $3.65. Look how fucking big these things are. Look at this. Look at that shit. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? They don't even look like they look. It looks like a fucking. It looks like somebody's ass. Like it doesn't even. Like I'm like, what the hell? Look, what are those? You know what I mean? Not insane. Like, look at this. You need chocolate fondue for these. Look at this thing. Like, look. Look at how. This is insane. Okay. This is my nose. We all know I have a big ass fucking nose, right? This is my. This is bigger than my nose. Ah! What is that? That's a there we go. Normal strawberry. Here we go. Normal strawberry. One of these. Wait, that's not even here. Here, look at this one. Look at oh my god, look at this. Do you see this? What? What is that? It's like a piece of leaf. What? Look at this. Can you believe that? This is a normal strawberry. Clearly. What the f is this? What? They were going for like a world record or something. Look, it looks like a freaking pepper, doesn't it? What is this? It looks like a bell pepper. Guys, the bell pepper. Clearly a strawberry. Should I eat it? Should I eat it? This, like, I can't, I've never seen a strawberry that big. That's insane. Oh my god, look. Here's a really big normal one. Alright. That one's pretty big for a normal one too. Like, look at that. But like, this is an example of like two strawberries merging as they grow. That's what this is. It's pretty cool. But yeah, like that's what it. See what I mean? That's why it's like that. And basically, as it formed, it was supposed to be two, but I mean that's fine by me. They probably did it on purpose. They probably bred the plant like that on purpose. That's insane. I can't even close. I can't close the lid. I can't get them back in there. Fallout strawberry, yeah, yeah. If you eat this, it gives you rads. I'm gonna get +9 rads if I eat this. It's crazy, man. I just like I can't even fathom. It'd be like it's just I couldn't even fathom that, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Should I eat it? Should I eat it 365? I need a better face filter for this. Oh, by the way, I know how to change the face and stuff. I just can't do it with this, I don't think. Yeah. I can do it sometime if you want, though. I figured out how to do it. I wasn't doing it right that one day. Yeah, I like that one. Look at this stupid freaking giant strawberry. Did I see the gorge? Apple Plus? No. I'm gonna eat this. I really wanna eat this. It's like a meal by itself. I must clean it first. I didn't really wash these yet.
A big ass strawberry. Give me a sec.
Merging DNA? No. That's what you mean. Strawberry. Let me get like a paper towel here. Plate. That's a surprise. I thought it was gonna be sour. And it's not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't seen it 365. I'm sorry. I don't have Apple Plus though. Do I watch a lot of movies? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge movie person. I used to watch I used to watch them like all the time when they would come out. But I mean, you get older, you have to have more responsibilities. it's like you know, like less time to play, you know, different games, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to, but movies are time consuming, you know. But yeah, I have seen quite a lot. Man, this is good. This is like a whole dessert. You too? Mmm. Why is it so damn good? What the heck? Look at this thing. That was really sweet, that part. Like right in the middle. Yeah, this thing is so good. What's your favorite movie? 365. I have a number of favorites, but I have like a definitive, top for sure. In the Company of Wolves. I don't remember if I've seen it or not. I feel like I've definitely heard of it. I'll have to give it a shot. Was it like a mobster movie? My favorite movie ever is called Equilibrium. It's a Christian Bale movie. I love it. It's my favorite. Equilibrium. I don't know if it's on YouTube now. I think it's free somewhere with like ads. I think it's YouTube. Really good movie. And then my second favorite movie ever is The Last Samurai. It's such a good movie. That's my second favorite movie ever. But I mean, they're both so good and have a similar message. Yeah, Equilibrium is insanely good. It's so good. You'll see like the first scene with him doing that stuff, and your jaw's gonna drop. You're gonna be like, holy shit! Oh yeah, my cat in. I'm gonna grab my drink too. You gonna watch Equilibrium? That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm excited to hear what you think. Such a good freaking movie. I made quite a few music videos to it. And I mean, I definitely a movie with lots of inspiration for me to, make that stuff with. But I really wished that they would have done an Origins movie. But it didn't make enough money. Like, it didn't make a whole lot of money at the time anyway. It was an independent film. Does it cut? Wait, what? Cut his legs to be shorter? Check on YouTube. Are you talking about Equilibrium? I thought YouTube had it. You've been watching. That's stupid that, like... Oh, I bet it's because it's freaking Miramax. Freaking Miramax. I think it's because it's Miramax. Miramax is the reason why Kevin Smith had to cancel Mallrats 2. I was gonna sign up to be an extra in Mallrats 2. It was gonna probably save our mall. That at mall I took you guys to that was like empty recently. Remember that? That was the mall, and because of Miramax, Kevin Smith didn't own the rights to his own characters. Isn't that messed up? Because of them, and so he had to stop that movie because of that. It's so. Yeah, I know. Well, but like you have to realize it's not them. It's other people making those really good movies and them being hounding the copyrights. That's all that is. But I get it. It was, yeah, a long while back. This was back when they made Clerks 2. I'm sorry, Clerks 3. I'm sorry, Clerks 3. This is back when they made Clerks 3. I'm sorry. Back when they went to film Clerks 3. This was when they went to. Instead, they filmed Clerks 3. That's why. That's why they moved on to Clerks 3 instead of Mallrats 2. Because he couldn't. So yeah, it became abandoned. So I don't know if it's ever gonna change, but it sucks. The Kevin Smith movies, some of my favorite. Chasing Amy is amazing. But Dogma is so good. I love Matt Damon. I freaking love Matt Damon. And that's why anybody that didn't know the cameo in Thor Ragnarok, I actually had to explain this to somebody in the theater too. He didn't understand it. That's why that was so epic for Matt Damon to be playing Loki in the play. Where he was playing, remember when like Thor came back and Loki was there masquerading as Odin, and there was Matt Damon was cameo as Loki, but Loki was sitting there as masquerading as Odin, watching himself, like pretending to be the hero and stuff, and that's why it was so awesome and so funny that Matt Damon was playing Loki was because he's freaking Loki. Yes. Matt Damon. Well, that was Team America. But Team America's amazing. I love Team. Fuck girl. That's definitely one of my favorite comedies, if not my favorite. I mean, it's just so freaking good. It's incredibly offensive. Don't watch it if you're easily offended, but it's really funny if you don't care. Yeah, like that's the joke, right? Yeah, Team America was just freaking great, man. Love it. I like a lot of Trey Parker and Matt Stone stuff, as you know, as I'm sure you do. But yeah, Kevin Smith, yeah, he's definitely up there for me for directors, writer, director, producer. He's definitely up there on my list. It'd be hard pressed to pick a favorite. I have so many different filmmakers that I really like. One of my favorite movies of all time was Back to the Future, so there's that too. Why? What specifically from South Park? Like South Park specifically? Why South Park? What I'm trying to remember what happened with Matt Damon on. Oh, Daymond. Oh, okay, I see. I see. I see what you're saying. I misread that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you mean, actually. I mean, I've seen every episode of South Park so many times, but I actually don't. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. I totally misread that as Matt Damon. The way they said. So you are talking about the same thing then? Yeah, like you're talking. So you're talking about Team America. Yeah, it's Team America with the ventriloquist dummies, or not ventriloquist dummies. It's like ventriloquist dummies, but it's all action figures, basically. And like the whole movie is just done like that, and it's super funny. Yeah, Team America World Police. Yes, which is where I got that from. That's where I got it from. Of course, you knew that. Yeah, probably my favorite parts of the movie, um, you know exactly what I'm gonna say too. It's probably it's probably a lot of people's favorite parts. It's one of my favorites though, obviously. Um, is where they're supposed to give a signal. He's supposed to give a signal, but the signal. Yeah, Team America. The signal is like, I don't know, it's like just something obviously you wouldn't do. Now I need to watch it again because I freaking forget. It's just like something obvious that you wouldn't do. It's like, oh, of course, and he's dressed like the point is like he's they just keep talking about how he's such a good actor and like his acting is unbelievable. My God, and like so like when he's dressed up as them and stuff like that, they can't tell him apart, and so he gets taken by them, and like they chase him, and like they're running after him. He's trying to signal, but the signal's just this, of course. And he's dressed up like them, and he's like, "What's he saying? What's he saying? I can't tell what he's saying." And I think like it's like help me or something like that. But then instead he's like, I think he's saying kiss me, or something like that. He's like, smart ass motherfucker, and he just like launches a freaking missile at him or something. Do you like basketball? Are you talking about Basketball? The movie Basketball? I like Basketball, but yeah, Basketball was awesome. Basketball was amazing. But yeah, Team America, I liked how intelligence sounded. Oh, that is affirmative. Like a like an '80s teenager or something. That is affirmative. Like I don't know, think a pizza delivery guy from the '80s or something. Um, I just like it. It's just so damn funny. There's so many good little, like every little tiny thing. There's just so much comedy in it. It was so good. Yeah, and Basketball too. Basketball was phenomenal. Um, I loved I loved it obviously when he did Cartman. It was cool to just see him do like just suddenly burst into Cartman, and that was pretty funny obviously. Um, and I think that was actually before South Park, right? So it wasn't even. Yeah, I mean, like I think that's how that voice came about. Like it was just right, wasn't it? Like just so funny, and then just started to use it as that voice in South Park, right? Because I think the show, because that movie is pretty old at this point. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it had one of the original Baywatch actresses from the cast, right? Wasn't she like the main like love interest or whatever, right? Um I'll be honest with you, I don't remember names too well. I obviously remember Pamela Anderson and Carmen Electra, but that's because I just they stayed in media. Like I just remember their names because you've heard them a million times. I wish I could remember. I don't remember what was Squeak's name. What was Squeak, right? I loved that. That was so. That was so. No, you're not, because you're a little bitch. Oh my god. That guy was great. Not a little bitch. That was great. It was such a good movie. Yeah, just go down squeak. Whoa! I love how people would just fall over because they got psyched out, right? Right? Like they you know what I mean? Like saying fucked up shit apparently makes people fall over, right? That's the entire premise of this fucking movie. I love it. It was so completely stupid, completely just never happen. It would just never happen. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm gonna stand in front of you and psych you out and shit like that. Yeah, like maybe you would miss, but they, you know what I mean? Like they fall over, like all dramatically, like all the time. Whoa, he psychs them out and like they like fall over and throw the ball like way over there or something. Pretty great. It was a pretty great movie. It's a pretty great movie. And and then the boss that kept using innuendos, and then she just wouldn't get it. In the next scene, he's like, "No, that's fine, but my lobby could use good buffing, if you know what I mean." And then she's like, "Oh, I know exactly what you mean." And then the next scene, she's literally trying to buff the lobby. Oh, good. I love it. She like knocks something over. Was that Heather Locklear? I don't remember. It's so funny. Basketball was great. um, Dogma was absolutely epic. I liked Dogma because it forced smart people to realize what was wrong with certain things. I'm not going to get too into the politics of that, but what was wrong with the politics of the church and stuff like that, and just sort of kind of force them to face reality a bit, and not to say that Christianity it doesn't exist or is fake or anything, but to just kind of face reality about what it actually is, and instead of what people have made it into, and but then use comedy to do it. But it was a funny movie, and there was this scene, basically, the premise of the movie is that
I guess God is sightseeing or something and takes up a human form or something for a period of time or something like that. And what I guess the idea is what would normally bless someone does the opposite. And so like I guess the idea is he's trapped in this person because this person is being kept on life support or something kind of like that. I forget. I gotta watch it again. And so anyway, it's basically like a story of angels. So like Bartleby and Loki, and Bartleby is sort of kind of trying to be like a Lucifer, and Loki, who's played by Matt Damon, and this is Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And this was like way back. This was like um fuck, what's the movie they wrote together with Robin Williams? Like it's again around that time period too. So like they have an obvious chemistry, and it was really cool to see them play those roles. And there was this scene that they did, and it was so good because they have this funny chemistry about themselves, and it just really came out in the scene. And the point is, they're supposed to be realistic characters, and realistic, sort of like Marvel does. Realistic characters are, sometimes it might actually be kind of humorous, dark, but maybe humorous, And so, like they just did this scene in a boardroom where like the idea is that, well, they're angels, so they know everybody's secret and stuff like that, and so he just like kind of goes around the room and scares people and stuff like that, and it's all dramatic and stuff. And like there's some pretty dramatic stuff that happens in that movie, but Alan Rickman's in it. If you like Alan Rickman, he's in it. Don't ruin it for yourself. If you've never seen the movie, don't look at the cast, don't ruin it for yourself. Just watch it. Because there's a really nice little cameo in the end. If you look at the box and you look at any information or anything, it's going to spoil that cameo for you. So just watch the movie if you've never seen it. Alan Rickman's phenomenal, obviously, as always. It has Jay and Silent Bob in it too. It's got those characters all throughout the movie. They're actually they're part of the main cast. They actually help the. So all right. So I apologize. The main premise is that the voice of God now is like this angel, the highest from the highest choir apparently is come down to seek help from this person who is apparently like the great granddaughter of Jesus Christ, apparently. So basically she is being tapped to do this task, and she does ask why, of course, and they talk about that, and so like and sort of kind of humorous dialogue, and it's Alan Rickman, man. He was phenomenal. He was absolutely phenomenal. Just this genius comedic timing that was realistic, Sort of ornery old man, like Snape. Snape, he was just. I love it. I love it. What was the one scene where like? What was the one scene where like? In Harry Potter, I forget which movie it was. I was trying to remember which movie it was, but like. Snape was like asking him where he got something or something like that. I think it was Harry, and And he just all dramatically, like, he says he doesn't know. He says, I don't know. And say, oh, no, he just knows. That's right, he just knows. And he just knows. And so Snape just, like, all dramatically he does this dramatic pause, and it's just, like, the timing is pretty, like, you just know. It's just, like, I'm terrible at it, right? But, like, Alan Rickman, he's just so funny, you know? Just how he does it. Just no. You know? Sort of sarcastic, like, yeah, okay. Just no. Yeah, he was great. But yeah, Dom was phenomenal. That scene was great, the boardroom scene, and then, like, obviously, like, there was just, like, a ton of scenes of that were phenomenal. The shit demon. Chris Rock was in that. Chris Rock was in that. Jason Lee was in that. True story. Why didn't people like Garfield? I'm genuinely curious. This is the one thing that I have been racking my brain, and I genuinely want to know why Bill Murray didn't like it either. I'd like to actually ask him without insulting him, because I know he didn't care for it. But that's where I actually disagreed. I was quite entertained by it. And honestly, yeah, like, a lot of it was Bill Murray, but that's Garfield, man. Like, a lot of that was that voice actor from the original Garfield and Friends. And yeah, he sounded a lot like Bill Murray. I remember like, growing up watching Garfield and Friends. And, you know, I watched SNL too. You know, so I knew of Bill Murray, and I watched Ghostbusters. You know, so I knew what Bill Murray sounded like. I knew of Bill Murray, and I thought that too. Even when I was younger, I really did, and you know, thought it was him. But it it's my cat. But it obviously was not, and so, you know, like, that's just it was really awesome to get, you know, Bill Murray to do that, because in my opinion he was great. And I think that's why I mentioned it, because I think Jason Lee, wasn't he John Arbuckle in the first one? I think he was. I think Jason Lee was John Arbuckle, right? He was. And obviously Jason Lee's phenomenal. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's a pro. All right, guys. I have laundry to do. I've been sitting here. Maybe we'll get to something else, but I do have some stuff to do. You guys got plenty of Elden Ring to watch from our streams yesterday, and you know, some in real life stuff from today. Obviously, made some burgers earlier in the stream, and man, that was good. That strawberry was freaking good. It was second meal, man. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Anyway, I'm gonna go get to some laundry. So yeah, thanks again, guys.